Hi there, my name is Linda Jo Martin and my screen name for BookTube is Book Lady. So I'm here with a very short April wrap-up and May TBR, and I want to keep it short because I have covered these things in other videos. So it has to be very short this time. In April I read 3 books. I read the second half of Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry, and it was an excellent Western. I read The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Louis Stevenson, and I read American Dirt. Controversial or not, I decided to read it because it was for my Pop Sugar Reading Challenge, prompt number 1, to read a book published in 2020, and that was published in January. So for my May TBR, I'm doing 2 readathons, and I'm not straying far from that. I'm not going to add on a lot of other books. You know, if it happens that I have time at the end of the month, fine, I'll find something to read. But for right now, I've only got plans to read for the Maybe Midrash readathon and the Asian readathon. For the Maybe Midrash, I will be reading a fiction and a nonfiction. The fiction book will be Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler, and the nonfiction is Finding Divine Inspiration by J. Scott McElroy. For the Asian readathon, I'm reading 4 books. They are If I Had Your Face, Pachinko, The Tea Girl of Hummingbird Lane, and Everybody's an Aliebn When You're an Aliebn Too by Johnny's son. It says Jomny, but his real name is Johnny. Anyhow, let's just go on with the life update. I just wanted to let you know, like last year, I moved into my van. Like I had been telling you, I wanted to travel, so I bought a van and I moved into it on July 2nd of last year and did some traveling, and then I went back to North Idaho and I moved out of my apartment at the end of September, and I arrived back here in Northern California. It was October 12th. I got some property here in Northern California. It's about 20 miles south of the Oregon border, so I'm right up there at the very top of California in a small town which I used to live in. I'm back in the same small town. I'm very happy to be back. It's a beautiful place in the middle of the Klamath River Valley, in the middle of a forest, and I will show you more videos of it as time goes on. Today I'm in lockdown because of the coronavirus, and I'm very happy to be at home. I'm having a great time. I'm never bored. I have plenty to do. In fact, I bought a big TV right before the coronavirus thing became well known, and I do art. I got a little art studio table over there, and I got an office table over there with my computer on it, and I have a lot of property here that I have to do gardening on, like lawn mowing and whatever comes next. I'm going to be doing a lot of gardening this year and ongoing as long as I'm here. So I guess that's my life update. I have problems with animals here. Like one day I noticed there was 4 deer in my front yard, and so as I watched, they jumped over the fence out there and walked across the street. And then I went around the side of my house and there was one more deer, a straggler. And so he had to go and catch up with his friends, and I think he actually did. There's this little herd of deer that walks around the neighborhood. It's really cute. And they like to come through my yard, I guess, because I don't have any dogs and my neighbors have dogs. So they know the good place, and I think I'm going to have some trouble keeping them out of my garden. But, you know, it's a struggle, but it has to be done. A couple of nights ago, I walked out the front door, and there was a little tiny skunk on the front porch that had come to share the cat food. My cat was standing there like, oh, this is my new friend, like having a good time, right? And this little skunk was so cute, and when it saw me, it got scared, and it fell over backwards and almost fell out off the porch. And I thought, oh, for sure it's going to spray, but it didn't. I was okay. And then a couple of nights later, the little skunk, I guess, apparently wanted to come back because I was sitting at my desk and I heard this horrible racket in the front yard, and it was actually two skunks fighting. And I got the impression it was like the mama skunk trying to get the baby skunk off or away from the porch because she didn't want the little skunk to eat out of the cat's bowl. That's my impression. Anyhow, they made a terrible racket with all their screeching. It was really loud, and that time there was a little scent, but it wasn't much, and by the next day it was gone. Thank goodness. And then one night I saw a big raccoon out there. Well, I don't put the cat's food out there anymore, obviously. My poor cats, I just tell them they can eat and graze off all the food they want all day long, but when it's sunset, well, time's up, because they are outdoor cats. They lived on the property prior to me coming here, and I told the woman who sold me this trailer, it's a mobile home on a half acre, I told her that I would just keep the cats because they had been here for so long and they're used to living around this trailer. Earlier today I watched Dane sing for about an hour and a half on his YouTube channel. I want to put a link to his live stream. Of course, it's not live now, but it was live when I was watching it. It was really a lot of fun, so I just want to recommend that to you. If you are a subscriber to Dane Cobain's channel and you see that he's live streaming, check it out because it was a lot of fun. The other thing I wanted to tell you is what I'm planning to do with my channel. Well, basically, in the near future, I'm going to start reviewing books again and doing individual videos about them. And I know that those are not really popular with people who watch booktube channels, but I find that over time the book reviews keep getting hits, so they end up being some of the most popular videos on my channel, and so I'm going to start doing them again. And also in the very near future, I'm going to be doing a series about the books that I have with me and organizing them, because right now I'm really disorganized about books. First of all, most of my books are still up in Idaho in a storage locker, and I haven't been able to go get them because of the coronavirus. I'm waiting for that to be over so that I can drive up there and get my things that are in storage. And then second, well, I have a couple of really tiny bookcases. My big bookcases I sold or gave away when I left Idaho. And so I don't really have any place to put the books except these little bookcases. There's two of them. And then some plastic bins. And I need to just organize all the books that I have here just to see what I brought with me. I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, I brought a lot of books, more books than I should have probably. So at this point I'm getting kind of book disorganized, and I need to reverse that, and I'm going to do it on camera. So that's what I'm going to be doing this month. At least that is the plan. I hate to tell people what I'm going to be doing in advance because sometimes I don't do what I thought I was going to do, but that is my intention, and we'll see what happens. So really enjoying my time here in the Klamath National Forest. It's a beautiful place to live.